Let's talk about punching power again. That's something that I'm kind of big on discussing on this channel. Sometimes I get into it a little bit. I made a video like I think a week ago called Devin. I don't remember what I titled it. I think it was called Devin Pillowfist Haney, because a lot of people believe that Devin Haney he can't really punch, or he has no power. Uh, you know when you really think about when I mean, I say it sometimes too. We all say it. I say, oh, this fighter doesn't really have. He's not known for his power. Stuff like that. Sometimes that can't always be the case. I think what it is that we see these guys get in the ring and we expect them to put people's lights out in every fight. So, and we just love seeing that in the sport. So we expect that, and we expect that from all these fighters. But then we don't realize that not every fighter is that kind of fighter. Not every fighter is a one-punch knockout artist, or is heavy, really heavy-handed. But you got to think about it, man. Every boxer, even the people let's say somebody that has 30 wins and like 10 KOs. Got to think about it for a minute. Even they have knockouts. They knock people out. I would say most boxers, even the people that's known to have low knockout ratios, even they stop people. I'm talking about knock them out cold. Because knockouts, KOs don't always mean oh, he punched him he hit him in his jaw and he dropped him and he knocked him out, and they had to come bring the smelling salts in to wake him up. That's not the only version of knockouts. And knockout can mean you're whooping on somebody and the ref stops it. That's another version of a knockout. But most of the time when we talking about knockouts, man, most of us are talking about the way like Mike Tyson is getting you out of there, or the way Deontay Wilder got out, like knocked out most of his opponents, or the way Richard Comey knocked out Jackson Martinez, the way Teofimo Lopez was semi knocked out by Teofimo. Richard Comey is knocked out by Teofimo. Even though he was spaghetti legged a little bit and he was stopped by the ref stopped it. But just saying, those are the knockouts that a lot of people look for. But sometimes it doesn't always come like that. Or another example is Oscar Valdez knocking out Miguel Berchelt, Tank Davis knocking out Leo Santa Cruz. Those kind of knockouts. And those are from people that you would say have power. That you always get those kind of knockouts from people that have what they call punching power. But then you got to look at it and you say, wait a minute. Gervonta Tank Davis, he knocked out Leo Santa Cruz. He knocked out a few other people. Like those type of knockouts. Not the knockouts where the ref waved it off knockout. But then you got Gamboa. He fights Gamboa. He knocks him down constantly through the fight. And then 12 rounds come. They stop it. The ref waves it off. He didn't flush knockout Gamboa. Like, they didn't bring no stretcher for Gamboa, and they didn't have to wake him up. And like, you didn't see any Z's circling his head. But this is Tank Davis, somebody that has power. Why didn't he knock out Gamboa the way he did Leo Santa Cruz or others? That's because his punching power didn't matter because the type of fighter that he fought that night. Gamboa is a dog in his own sense. He's a gritty veteran, So his Gervonta Tank Davis power didn't do much for him that night, so to speak. Because if this guy was you can say, this guy's a power puncher, then he should have got Gamboa out of there. That's the reason why when people flame Devin Haney for not getting Gamboa out, not at least knocking him down, I say, well, then you gotta give Tank Davis that same energy too, because this is a guy that everybody's saying is a power puncher. He couldn't even get Gamboa out of there with a messed up leg. So in a sense, man, that kind of made Tank Davis look a little worse in there than Devin Haney. And I think Devin Haney did much better than Tank Davis against Gamboa in that fight. So, this punching power thing, you think about it and you say, damn, wow, it makes sense because it when I say makes sense, what I'm saying is it makes sense when I say that, it's not, I don't even know what word to put it. I don't even know how to put this. I think the thing called punching power is subjective, man. It's not absolute, because here we got Teofimo Lopez. I'm going to use him as an example. He just fought Vasyl Lomachenko. Didn't knock him down. Didn't wobble him. I didn't see him wobble. Show me where. I didn't see him wobble. I didn't see him. He didn't knock Vasyl Lomachenko out cold. Yet you got Gary Russell Jr., somebody that they say is not known for his power. He was able to knock down Lomachenko, right? So why? Why was Gary Russell able to knock down Lomachenko at least, but Teofimo Lopez couldn't do it? Well, partly because of the styles. You can talk. The styles came into play when it came to those two. Teofimo Lopez is he doesn't have good footwork. Gary Russell does. Gary Russell's much faster. That could have been a flash knockdown. Gary Russell's much faster than Teofimo Lopez. But still, Gary Russell did manage to drop him. Shouldn't Teofimo Lopez have did the same thing? And a lot of people gonna say, well, he was in survival mode the whole time. People give Errol Spence. They was giving Errol Spence that same. They was giving him that same flack. Oh, he couldn't get Mikey Garcia out of there. This is Errol Spence, supposed to be man down and all this stuff. How come he didn't rock Mikey Garcia? He didn't wobble Mikey Garcia? Because, well, the Errol Spence fanboys, well, Mikey was in survival mode. And then the same fanboys will say Teofimo Lopez didn't manage to get Vasyl Lomachenko out of there. You see what I mean? This is what I'm saying. That's why I don't like ride with one boxer. I don't get into fanboyism. I don't do that. Like when I see something and I call all these boxers out, or I compare and contrast things, and I'll be like, all right, that's bullshit what they be doing, what them fanboys be doing, because they don't give the same energy to the other fighters. So that's why I don't jump on bandwagons like that. But that's another example of what I'm talking about. Another example also is Amir Khan. Amir Khan, known for his speed. He's not really known for his power. But this man managed to drop Marcos Maidana to the body. Remember that? He managed to drop Maidana to the body. But then Maidana is fighting, other fighters that have more power than Amir Khan. They couldn't even drop Maidana. So I guess people are going to say, well, it was a flash knockdown to the body. I never heard of no shit like that. That hurt. That hurt Maidana. And this is a guy that in Amir Khan that they say has no power. Knocked him down to the body. And this is a guy that was also hurt in that fight against Maidana. Amir Khan was hurt. And still managed to do that. See what I mean? So you can bring it's this punching power thing, man. It's subjective, man. And I'm gonna use one more example. Triple G and Canelo Alvarez, when they fought, you seen Triple G throw everything he had at Canelo. Didn't even wobble Canelo. But I didn't see him wobble. They're supposed to be this guy that is one of the biggest punchers in boxing and all of this stuff. He didn't have Canelo on his spaghetti legs. Nothing. Canelo wasn't dazed. I didn't see him dazed. But then Triple G knocks out David Lemieux and he puts other fighters down. Why was he able to do that? But he wasn't able to do that to Canelo because his punching power wasn't really a factor. Canelo's chin was. See? So it's, you can have all the punching power you want, man. It's not about that all the time because like I just said, you got these fighters that are not known for their quote unquote power. They're able to knock people down that people with power weren't able to do. They're able to hurt other people to the body that other hard punchers didn't even do. So, you got to give these dudes their credit, man. You got to give them their credit some way. Let me know what you think about that, about punching power, and is it overrated, or is it something that that a boxer definitely needs to survive and have a good career? My opinion, I don't think you don't really need destructive punching power. I think you need some kind of pop to at least keep most boxers off of you. And I think